10 perfect date perfumes. I've got a list of the best and the ones that I would personally choose to wear from my huge perfume collection for dates. They are a bit darker, sexier, a bit more moodier fragrances. So if you're looking for a new or maybe an addition to your already or existing collection of perfume, then this is the perfect list for you. Subscribe if you haven't already. This is a perfume and luxury channel, so if you love perfume, you'll be very welcomed here, and I would love to have you as part of this community. Let's start with the first perfume that I would recommend for a date, and I would myself wear. It is Ambre Narguile from Hermes exclusive collection. This perfume is just so magical to me. It smells like a cinnamon apple pie, but a very light, there is lightness in here. It's not too gourmand. It is gourmand, but not too much. It's just got this beautiful deliciousness. I feel like a dessert just walking, smelling like this. And the only reason why I didn't get myself like a huge bottle is, one, I've got 600 plus perfumes, so like I'll take my time, I'll finish this and then think about it. But I have to just say that the longevity is not the best on that one. So I think there's a pro to this, because for date night, like usually it's a couple of hours, so that's all you need. But if you wanted to wear it longer, then you probably would need to get like a small sample as well to put it in your purse to reapply. I do crave this fragrance when I wear it a lot, so I do reapply. It's not my favorite thing that I have to reapply, but there is magic in here, and although I've tried similar scents, there's nothing quite like the pairing, the balance of everything in here. It's just perfect. I love it, and I'll come back to this again and again. Next perfect perfume for a date, and I also took into account the uniqueness, because on a date you want to smell unique. You don't want to smell like every other girl out there, and it is Jeroboam Insulo. My choice would be this is the Extrait. So it's quite strong. It's a very simple vanilla perfume, but it is delicious. If you love vanilla, if you love this like caramelly, bit salty vanilla, it's super smooth and really sophisticated smelling, then this is the one for you. I fell in love with it ever since I smelled it for the first time. It's my favorite Jeroboam, and it's just so simple, but yet I smelled it years ago, and it was like always in my mind to get in my collection, because although it's simple, it's just the best of the vanillas out there. Next up is a Tom Ford perfume, and I get from Tom Ford like this vibe. He does very sexy fragrances anyway, and this one in particular is very sexy, and it's Tom Ford Noir pour Femme. I believe that they have now discontinued this scent, but you can get yourself the men's version of this perfume, and it literally smells almost identical. It smells very, very close, so I would just get the men's one. They just came out with a new parfum version, which I haven't smelled yet, but it's probably even better than this, to be honest. So smell it and let me know, or if you've smelled it, let me know what you think. But this scent is oriental, it's creamy, it's supposed to smell like this Indian dessert called kulfi, if I'm pronouncing it correctly, but definitely gives me this just oriental vibe, but super creamy, super gourmand, really confident. This is like a badass woman with like all black outfit, really sexy, really powerful, such an intriguing scent. And if you want something different, something, unique, but from designers, not niche perfumes, then this is, I think, the best, one of the best you can get. Next up, one of my favorites, because it's my husband's, like one of his favorites for a date. It is Cheeky Smile by Jusbox. I love the bottle. It glows in the dark. It's so fun. But the scent itself, it's super transparent, sweet and woody, really sensual. My husband gets like really obsessed obsessed with this scent. Like he loves it. It's so addictive to him. So this is, like he says always, this is like one of the sexiest scents you've got in your collection. So this is definitely date night appropriate. It's very strong. It's kind of like Baccarat Rouge, but with the sweetness toned down, with the woodiness amped up. I actually do find this is much more wearable for more people, just because it's a bit less sweet, but still just as intense and woody and transparent. So if you haven't tried it, try it. It's an amazing scent. Next, we've got a very date appropriate, again, sort of a fragrance, and it's a Carine Roitfeld fragrance, and it's called Kar-Wai, I think. Kar-Wai. Kar-Wai. This scent is just to die for. This is one of the more gourmand scents in her collection, because most of her scents are quite dry, I would say. But this is the one that I would say, if you're more of a sweeter fragrance lover, then you'll love this one. It's just really cozy, ambery, soft, loads of cardamom, so it's very spicy in that sense, but as well very inviting and soft, so it's not like spiciness in your face, just like attacking you. You know, sometimes there's like black pepper, loads of like really harsh spices, then it's a bit too much, but here it's very soft, and I think it's perfect for like candlelit sort of romantic dinners. A very unique smelling, and quality is top notch on the Carine Roitfeld fragrances. I'm really impressed with her line. I mean, I didn't think she would do that well, to be honest, so props to her on that whole line. Next up is a fragrance that is actually meant to smell like red roses and box of dark chocolates, so I think it's very romantic. The whole idea is very just perfect for a date, really. I mean, who wouldn't like roses and chocolates? I mean, I would. It is Noir de Noir from Tom Ford. Again, Tom Ford. I wore it, I think, 3 times this week, and I know I was obsessed with this scent, but sometimes I don't realize how much a scent I love, because I've got so many, so I don't have enough time to like really give them attention. But this scent is just die for. If you love rose, and really like a deep rose with like dark chocolate with patchouli, this is more, I think, I would say, of a masculine leaning rose, because the patchouli is really quite intense when you wear it, and to me it gives me this like feeling of safety, of like as if I'm like grounded. A lovely scent, really intense, mysterious. I think it's not for everybody, but if you love roses and patchouli, then check it out. It's something really unique and special. So I would, like, with caution, I would recommend it for a date if you love patchouli. Next up is Bewitching Jasmine from Portrait Penhaligons. This, oh my gosh, it's such a just gourmand, sophisticated, old English world sort of a scent. It's got tons of charm to it. To me, this is like Jane Austen books, sort of a very romantic feeling, but also a bit of darkness in there, a bit of, you know, you're not that sure because you're a woman in those sort of times, so you've got a bit of fear about your status in society. But it comes across in this scent because although it's very cheerful, gourmand, sweet, bit of fruity, beautiful, but then underneath there's this like just old book sort of a scent. It's a bit dusty, it's a bit old world, like nostalgic sort of a feel, but such a stunning scent. Really, like, my husband also loves this one. It's more, rather than being like a sensual date sort of a fragrance, this is more of like a very romantic and sweetly innocent, but also with like nostalgia sort of a perfume. Let me know if you love this one as much as I do, or which Penhaligons is your favorite. I'd love to discover it even more, because I feel like I just love the brand even more as as I discover it. Next perfume that I would myself recommend and wear for dates is Gris Charnel, but this is the Extrait version. I think it's a bit more vampy, a bit less pretty, prim and proper. It's got this fig, beautiful milky accord, but then the coconutiness in here is very amped up. It's like sugary coconutiness with this beautiful spiciness. Everything is a bit more intense in this scent than the eau de parfum. This is such a unique scent, really delicious, but also like woody. So there's this gourmand quality, but woody as well. This scent, I mean, again, my husband, I think he has said in tons of videos on my channel that he is obsessed with the scent. He thinks it's like the all-time best women's perfume together with eau de parfum. This one, I would say it's got a bit more character, a bit more oomph, a bit more difference. So I like it for date night, especially if I'm feeling like, oh, I want something a bit more like confident, a bit more out there, then I would wear this version of Gris Charnel. By the way, I'll link some discount codes for the niche fragrances that I've got so you can get them at better prices. And another perfume that I have worn and also love for date nights is this one from Electimuss. It's called Mercurial Cashmere, and it truly does feel very pillowy, soft, like cashmere. There's something about here, the florals in here are very soft. They're not only creamy but literally soft, like they were just like swimming in the air, gently dancing in the air. It's such a beautiful, delicate scent, and it gives me that gourmand craving that I want, but it's not as sweet as some of the other fragrances because of this like creamy lightness that it has. Like it smells a bit more macaron-like than like a full-on chocolate fudge dessert, you know. It's a bit more light, it's a bit, you know, out there. So this is a stunning scent, sexy at the same time. Reminds me, like some facets of it remind me a little bit, a tiny bit of Alien by Thierry Mugler, but there is a tiny bit of that, and then it's very soft and delicate. So I actually do think this is a bit more wearable than Alien and a bit more date appropriate. And Alien, I would say, is definitely clubbing, like proper party appropriate. What do you guys think? Are you the same? Next up, we've got Mandorle, I think, from SORA. This scent, it's definitely very cherry-like, but not a super sharp cherry, just a slightly creamier cherry and a bit more spiky, a bit more, it's got a bit more fun going on than something like Lost Cherry, for example, from Tom Ford. I like this one because it's quite sweet, but also it just dances around in the air. It projects quite nicely. So I think this one, if you love cherries, and I think cherries have got, like, this scent has got something sexy about them. I think so anyway. And I think this one is a fun, sexy date night fragrance. A bit more youthful, a bit more playful. So really nice one from the new niche house of SORA as well. Let me know down your favorite recommendation for a date night perfume. Maybe I can get some recommendations. Maybe some people watching this video will get some recommendations. So leave your best down in the comments and subscribe, of course, if you love perfumes. And I'll see you in the next one.